What's going on, YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin and a few altcoins. Right now, Bitcoin's sitting at $16,150. We're up 2.83%. Bitcoin's just wanting more here, pushing up a little bit higher. The next overhead resistance area we're going to be looking at is 16,485. If we're able to get through that, it'll be up to 17,139. Main thing you want to continue to see is if we stay up above this 20 EMA. I've been watching this very close for Bitcoin on the 12-hour time frame. So we're on the one-day time frame right here. I want to click to the 12 for us and show you this here. Ever since we made this strong move out of the symmetrical triangle, we have stayed up above this 20 EMA on the 12-hour time frame. So I'm really watching that, seeing what's happening in the days to come as we potentially go up and test some of these higher levels. So if we get back to the one-day time frame, the RSI right now is at 75. We want to be aware of that as we test some of these higher resistances. But this is where, guys, truly when Bitcoin just keeps going, sometimes it just keeps going and going, cools down a little bit, and just keeps going. I mean, that's just is what it is. Same to the downside for Bitcoin. When you're in a strong downtrend, that happens a lot as well. It will just keep pushing down and pushing down. And that's where, Bitcoin is very unpredictable. And in this space, anybody who says they know exactly where Bitcoin's going, they're crazy, because when these whales manipulate this market, anything can happen, and Bitcoin can get so very overextended to both the upside and the downside. So let's target up here around that 16,485 and see what happens, what type of candlestick formation that we have up there. We know we've already had heavy selling pressure up around $16,000, so we're just going to have to see what type of candle close we end up having today for that. So that's going to be Bitcoin in terms of support. What we'd want to hold here is going to be roughly about $14,892 along with that 20 EMA. And also, guys, if you get some from these videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share with your friend if you get something from these videos. Next, we're going to get into Ethereum and take a look at this. ETH sitting at $457 right now. Main thing for Ethereum, what it needs to do is continue these higher lows. We want to hold $417 as support, so we'll turn this green as we continue to work up this chart. So 417 is going to be the support area. What we're trying to push up through right now is overhead resistance is $465, then be up to around $489. We're still up above on the one-day time frame, our 20, our 50, our 100, and our 200 moving average. And you can see this purple trend line as well. So basically what we're going to see for Ethereum is if we need another break, cool down to maybe that 417 so that we can get up through some of these higher levels around that 489, or if this is just another spot where we consolidate sideways, then we potentially could get another push to the upside. But it's nice to see us in that nice uptrend. You can see the moving averages fanning out as well. The RSI is at 64, so we really do have room to push up even higher if the whales want to step in and push ETH up, which, guys, I've talked about it in the long-term perspective. I think ETH's going to do really well. I know a lot of, bigger like Grayscale and all those different companies and investors, they've been getting into Ethereum and looking at Ethereum. So that's always something to pay attention to. So that's going to be ETH there, guys. Really watch those levels. The next one is we're scrolling through here, taking a look. Dash is explosive right now, looking awesome. It's up 15%. Very heavy volume came into Dash today. You can see right up in this area. Close that out for us. We are right now at the next resistance area. So this area we've been to before, and that's going to be at $79.92. If we can break through that, the next overhead resistance is going to be up here at around $89. So there's a nice little $10 window there that Dash may continue to push up, and this is some pretty heavy volume. The RSI is at 67, so we still have more room to run. And if we can have a daily candle close up above this 200, that would be good, because we have not been trading up above it since September 3rd, 2020. So it'd be nice to close up above that. If we candle close like this, guys, we have a little wick on the bottom, maybe a little on the top, but that'd be almost like a very powerful Marabazoo candle, and that may be one of those impulse ways to get us moving back to the upside, so eventually we can start challenging that $100 again. But Dash is one, it moves really hard when money gets pushed into it because there's a limited supply for it. If we take a look at Dash here in terms of the technicals, we have a 1 sell 10 neutral, 17 buy, oscillators 1 sell 9 neutral, and a 1 buy, and that's on the 1 day time frame. On the 1 week time frame, we have a 5 sell 10 neutral and 11 buy, and then if we bounce out to the 1 month, you are getting a sell signal, but you're also having some oscillators that are moving to the buy side there. But typically I like to go by the 1 day and the 4 hours. That'll show you a little bit more in the short term as well. But in terms of Dash, what we want to continue to hold is roughly going to be about 72.23 or we'd also look at that 200 moving average at $75 as well is going to be a spot. But this is really nice, impressive move for Dash. Dash is one that's been, if we zoom down here, we'll take a look all the way out. I do believe Dash has been around like $1,600. You can kind of take a look at this chart. You can see here, it gets crazy, guys. When money gets pushed into this, it really moves fast, really moves hard, because there's just not that many of them. So when you get that injection of that investor, you know, that whale type of money, it is just crazy. So we ended up peaking up at around $1,625, and this is a coin right now that's roughly about 80 bucks. You can see we're gaining a little bit of strength there on the RSI, and you can see this has been like an area of accumulation. There's been a lot of big buyers down in this area where we've kind of bottomed out. So I'm interested to see if Dash is going to be one that, you know, the volume's finally coming back in, and we're going to start really moving hard to the upside. So we're keeping an eye on that. That's going to be Dash. Let's take a look at some other ones here. Litecoin's at 58.87. So what Litecoin needs to do is get up above 59.17. If we can get up above that, we're roughly going to look up to around 63.37. Those are going to be the overhead resistance areas. We want to continue to keep the higher lows coming in. In terms of support, we're going to look at 53.84, and that's going to correlate around these long wicks as well. But for Litecoin, we are up above the 20, the 50, the 100, and the 200, and we're getting a little cross of that 100 over top of that 200. So we do want to keep an eye on this with the RSI at 56. We do have plenty of room to run to the upside if we're going to get moving to the upside here in the days and weeks to come. If we take a look at the technicals, we did hit a buy signal, 4 sell, 10 neutral, and a 14 buy. Oscillators, we have a sell, so our momentum's a sell right now, and MACD is a sell. The rest are neutral, but you can see our moving averages here. We're up above many of those. So we're just kind of watching here, patiently waiting for Litecoin, see if we can start challenging some of those higher levels, 63.37, then up around that 67.27. All right, so that's going to be Litecoin. If you're here for Litecoin, let me know down low. Let me see if there's any other ones. XRP, we've looked at that as well. We talked about how if we can get up above that 0.25798, that may be a spot for us to break up to around that 0.29550. We could run pretty hard, fast, and aggressively out of this rectangle. We're basically in a rectangle here that we're looking at a trading range moving sideways. So that's the area we want to break up through. You can see we had some feeler wicks up top here. To the downside, we'd want to hold 0.23585 is going to be the support area, as well as that 200 moving average. So just want to put these out there real quick, guys. You get some from this, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Also got my crypto addresses down low if you want to help this channel out. Much appreciated. God bless.